What's up guys, Meredith with AmericanTrucks.com, and today we're checking out the Best Top Super Top for Truck 2 in Black Diamond, fitting all 2009 through 2018 Ram 1500s with the 5.7 foot bed that don't have the Ram box. Now this will be a great mod to add to your build if you want the best of both worlds between a bed cap and a tonneau cover, giving your truck bed coverage that offers that vertical space but still having the option to fold it out of the way for full bed access. Now that's going to make this great if you have an ever-changing lifestyle, taking your Ram camping, overlanding, fishing, or wherever else off-road where you need a lot of covered room in the bed for your gear, or just day-to-day where you need roomy coverage, but also the flexibility to fold it back for full bed access without the hassle or the headache. The build and design will do a fantastic job at covering everything in your bed and providing good protection with the sealed construction thanks to the side rails and the tailgate bar. This will also have removable and roll up rear and side windows to have the ability to transform this into a safari style setup, which is great if you're working or taking things out of the bed and need better access from the back or the sides, or you just want to drive around with it open. However, when you do feel the need that you need full access to your bed, you can fully fold this down and store it on the bulkhead, making it effortless to transform this to whatever scenario that you need it for. It will also feature provisions for storing the system and keeping it in place on the bulkhead, and it will have a spot for a third brake light. However, it's not included in the kit, but you can purchase it separately. This is made of a black diamond fabric, which is laminated PVC coated sailcloth, making this very durable and able to withstand the elements when it comes to bad weather, the sun's UV rays, and even mildew. Now, giving the top structure will be a durable yet lightweight steel frame, which will fill out the top nicely and will be the key to allowing the system to fold back whenever you needed to. And the rear window will also be removable with a heavy-duty zipper and have an 18% DOT approved tint to it. This also requires no drilling or modification to the bed of the truck, offering a very straightforward install. And if you haven't noticed, I don't have everything on the table here, but it will come with all of the components and all of the hardware needed for a proper install. Now this will come in at about $1,400, and for what this offers, I don't think that's a bad price at all. Now compared to other options on the page, this is going to be versatile, offering again the benefits of both a tonneau cover and a bed cap in one. I think if you want the ease of operation of a transformable top rather than a bed cover that's not going to give you the vertical space that you may need, or a hard bed cap that's not going to allow you to be flexible otherwise, then this is a fantastic middle ground. Now install is going to be pretty easy, and a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and it's only going to take you about 2 hours or so to get the job done with some basic hand tools. I do recommend to lay this fabric in the sun. It's going to make your life a whole lot easier, giving it some stretch when installing it on your Ram. Now at this point we can head over to our shop and check out a detailed breakdown on how you can get this onto your truck at home. So that's going to wrap it up for my review. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
For this install you need a ratchet, 15mm socket, 1/8 Allen wrench, a cutting tool, and a tape measure. All right, today we're going to be installing a super top on our Ram, so let's get started. All right, first thing we need to do is we need to get our side rails on our bed, and then we need to attach them. First, there is paper covering on the bottom, which we're just going to pull off on each one. All right, now the one in the front will be the longer bar, and then we have our bracket here with our 2 set screws, and we're going to use our 1/8 Allen wrench and tighten those down. All right, we're just going to get our 2 bars, slide this into the front one. Just get our 2 set screws, put them in here. All right, right when they're about to get tight, make sure you push it together, hold it, tighten them down. All right, then you go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. All right, now we are going to get our front and rear rails in location. So we have our rear rail here. So our front rail is longer than our rear one. So just going to use a tape measure and make sure you have the right one. Once you do that, This is going to take your rear one, have the gasket in the back, and then there's a tab on the side here. Just slide it in. Do the same thing on the other side. All right, so just take this tab right in this slot here. All right, now we're gonna put the front rail on. You will see that the gasket is facing forward now. We have that side already in. Same process, just slide the side rail in. Once you have both sides in, what you're gonna do, take a tape measure, make sure the front of the frame is 1.75 inches from the back of the cab. Just go ahead and do that, make it even, and then we'll go to the next step. All right, now we're going to secure our front clamp. You're just gonna make sure that you have that 1.75 inches in the front. And then we're gonna go from this corner here to the front of the rail to the front of the clamp. You're gonna put that 10 inches back. After you do that, you're gonna grab 2 of our foam pieces, take the covering off or the double-sided tape, stick them together, and then that will go underneath the middle of the clamp here. We're gonna take our second half of our clamp. This part will go on the inside under the bed, put our supplied bolt through, and then thread it into our top clamp. All right, then we can take our ratchet with our 15mm socket and tighten that down. All right, now we're just gonna come to the front of our gasket where the side rail overlaps. We're just gonna take a pair of scissors, just cut so it'll sit flat. All right, now you can go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. All right, now we're just gonna do the same thing in the back. We have our foam, pull our tape off, put that under our clamp. Make sure the clamp is 10 inches from the back corner of the back end of the rail, not the corner. Take the second half of our clamp, put it under, and then our supplied bolt. And then we'll take our ratchet and 15mm socket and tighten that down. All right, you just gotta do the same thing on the other side. All right, now this next part is going to be assembling the 2 frames together. This may be a little tricky by yourself. You can grab a friend. We're just gonna try doing it, see what happens. But what you wanna do is get your frames lined up. You will see your 2 front mounting points facing the same direction. You have 2 different mounting poles to connect the 2. You have a longer one with a button in the middle, and then 2 shorter ones. The 2 shorter ones will go into 2 middle arms. Longer ones will go in the outer. There's a little push tab here. It's gonna pop in and then pop through on the hole here on each side. I'm just gonna connect them together now. All right, now we do have it assembled. You will need a second hand to put this onto the truck. There are 2 mounting points on either side. This one will go into a slot. This one you'll need to pull a pin back and then secure it into the tab. All right, now that we have a friend, we're gonna install our frame onto our side rails. So our rear pivot joint will go in this slot here, and then our front mounting bracket will go here. And then just pull back on the ring and set the pin into your front bracket. All right, now we're just gonna get our top and we're gonna put it in position. We're just gonna toss it up over our frame so we can go underneath and attach the top to our frame. We'll see that the clear plastic window will go forward. All right, once you have it in the roundabout area, we're gonna go underneath and connect it to the frame. All right, now that we're underneath, we have our front, which we have 5 snaps. We have 2 Velcro straps in the middle and our 5 snaps in the rear. We're gonna start with our front, start the middle, work our way outwards. So this strap will come underneath and then snap. All right, now you just do the same thing for the back. All right, and now our 2 Velcro straps. We're just gonna pull down the back side and pull the front down. Put the Velcro on all the way across. Same thing for the other one. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to attach the front to the frame. So the front bar, just gonna give it a little tap, and that will come off. Now this groove right here on the front is where we're going for. This groove right here will slide into it. Just take that. Might be kind of hard to see, but put it in like so, and just feed it all the way across. All right, and once you have that fed all the way through, you can reinstall onto our frame. All right, now we're just gonna come to the outside on the corners. So we just have these flaps here that are gonna latch underneath the frame. White part will go in the corner. This will go in the side frame. Just fold that under. You can do that for the other side. All right, now we're gonna do the same thing for the 2 back corners. So we have this, I'll go around the curve, back rail, side rail. It's gonna be a little tight, so you're gonna need to stretch it. It's gonna go up, under, and fold up. All right, just go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. All right, now we're gonna put our side panels on. So they're held on with 3 zippers. There's one up top, one on either side, and then also the bottom will snap on underneath the rail like the corners did. So we're gonna start with our top zipper. It's on the inside up here. It's gonna be really hard to see. All right, once you have it started, just zip it up all the way across. Then you can do the 2 side ones. All right, now we can do the back zipper. And then the front one. All right, and then we just have this bottom trim, which is gonna lock in on this rail going all the way across. All right, you can go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. All right, and now we just have the back window. It's the same thing as the sides. The zipper up top and one on either side, and they'll lock into the rear frame. All right, then we have our last zipper. And then lock in this trim piece to the frame. And we have our 2 Velcro corners. All right, and that wraps up our install of our best top, super top for Truck 2 Black Diamond for our 2009 to 2018 Ram 1500 with a 5.7 foot box without the Ram box. And remember, for everything Ram, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.